Well, the Rangers have officially dethroned their cross-state rivals, the Houston Astros. We talked about it all season. You mentioned it to me. I can say the Rangers can be better than the Astros when they beat them in the postseason. And they did it here in Game 7 in their house to send the Rangers to the World Series for the third time in franchise history with the hopes of ending this 62-year drought.
Well, Alex, the Rangers, they slayed the dragon. Now it's time to end the drought. Look, this fan base has been through so much. And look no further than tonight. When this game ended, the whole lower bowl was full of Rangers fans. So loud. They traveled, they came down, they stopped at Buc-ee's, they got here, and they celebrated with their team. But it's a fan base that's been through so much, and that's why I'm really excited to experience Arlington with these fans, because it's been so long. They have never, in their history, 62 years, won a World Series. It's never happened. It's the only team and organization that can say it's been 62 years and we've never won a World Series. But they've gotten close. In back-to-back years, they lost the World Series. And then in the one year, back-to-back innings, they lose. They were one strike away. So this fan base has been through so much, and you could feel that here tonight. I thought we could feel that in Arlington with the fans and how loud they were. And so that's one really important part of this. But you can't forget, everyone in America, outside of Houston County, was rooting for the Texas Rangers, it felt like. The Astros are the villain. The Rangers slayed that villain and really came out on top in a Game 7. It was drama. The crosstown rivals, a 3.5-hour drive. Let's not forget here, this team, the Astros weren't considering this a rivalry. The Rangers were. But this is officially a rivalry, might I add. Game 1, this place was rocking. The TV audience tuned in. Everybody likes to root against a villain. People tuned in for that. People were rooting for the Rangers, and now they come out on top. But look, it's little brother's turn, right? By the way, I kind of like little brothers, but don't love that saying. But most runs ever in a Game 7 for the Texas Rangers here tonight. They put up 11 runs, tied for the most all time in an ALCS game. Now, anything is possible for this team. I truly believe that. Why? Well, they have superstars everywhere you look. It's no coincidence they end up here. They were one of the best teams in baseball all year long, but they were streaky, super streaky. Nobody in baseball all year long won 8 games in a row and also lost 8 games in a row. But they're hot right now. They're in fuego right now. Adolis Garcia, MVP of this series. Most RBIs in a postseason series ever. 15. In his last 6 at-bats, he's 5 for 6 with 3 home runs and 9 RBIs. This guy's seeing beach balls at the plate right now. Actually, Halloween's around the corner. This guy's seeing pumpkins at the plate right now. That's what Adolis Garcia is seeing. Corey Seager, a triple away from the cycle here tonight. The beginning of this series, he was struggling a little bit. But I felt like that home run he hit in Arlington to left center field locked him back in. Going to the opposite field, that's when I feel like Corey Seager's at his best, and it really did lock him in. From then on, he transformed his swing. He came through this series. He's an MVP candidate this year. If it weren't for Shohei Ohtani, Corey Seager is the MVP of this season despite missing a good bit of time. He's locked in now. The stars are hot. The starting pitching did enough. It's sort of bend, don't break with this starting pitching staff, right? They're not pretending to be the best starting pitching in baseball. Jordan Montgomery has been huge. Nathan Eovaldi, one of the greatest postseason pitchers we've ever seen, great. And from there, they're just piecing it together. They're not treating Max Scherzer, and this goes to Bruce Bochy and the legend that he is and the Hall of Famer he is. They're not treating Max Scherzer like the Hall of Fame pitcher that he is. They're treating him like a guy that hadn't pitched for a month, and whatever you get from him is an absolute bonus. So now they head to the World Series, where they're going to play, well, we'll see after Game 7 in the NLCS, but they're going to have home field advantage in that series. Whoever wins, the World Series will be starting in Texas, where the Rangers will have home field advantage. So one thing I think people aren't talking about enough is the reason that they got home field advantage. Huge shout out to Jacob deGrom. because he started on opening day. The Rangers beat the Phillies on opening day. They won that series, and next thing you know, because of those 3 games, the first 3 games of the year, the Rangers have home field advantage in the World Series. Big shout out, Jacob deGrom pitched his team to home field advantage in the World Series. But why do I think they can win it? Whoever comes out of the National League is going to be a good opponent. I do think the Phillies are a bit tougher of an opponent for them. I think that series is going to be difficult for them, but there's still room for this team to get better. Marcus Semien wasn't great in this series. The bullpen held it together the first couple of games, but really kind of fell apart. Chapman and Leclerc need to be better. There is still so much room to improve, but ultimately they didn't need to here in this series. They won Game 7. They're heading back home. The World Series is heading to Texas, Arlington, and the Rangers, they finally slayed the Dragon. Thanks for watching. If you love flipping bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.